there's people that live in Memphis that's scared to come outside. And it's looking like Donald Trump done changed his mind again. First he was gonna do Chicago, now he about to go down to Memphis. He must ain't never heard of 3-6 Mafia. Them people some demons down there. And on top of that, them young gremlins in Memphis, they can't wait for the National Guard to get there. They think this a video game. They want to treat this thing like it's Call of Duty or something like that, man. I'm nervous because I got family in Memphis and they got kill on their brain. I'm praying for the National Guard. These are different caliber of gremlins, man. Donald Trump might want to reconsider this thing. Y'all need to listen at this.
Now to Memphis. It is the latest city expected to see National Guard troops deployed as part of President Trump's crackdown on crime. Now, according to the FBI, Memphis had the nation's highest crime rate last year, but city data shows that crime has dropped by 44% so far this year. This is on the heels of the president deploying the National Guard to our nation's capital. Our Christian Cordero is tracking this story from Washington for us. And Christian, what more do we know about the president's plan and what's been the reaction from local leaders?
Sure. So, Gio, as far as the plan itself goes, we know that the president plans to deploy the National Guard to Memphis specifically. And we have seen this whether he has deployed the troops or threatened to deploy troops to other cities. And in some cities, right, claiming that violent crime, falsely claiming anyways, that it has had a higher trend or a surge in violent crime. You noted very aptly that Memphis had the highest violent crime rate last year among major cities nationwide. But the mayor does tout that there has been an overall reduction in crime compared to previous years. And so as far as the reaction goes, the mayor says, look, this is really not something that he wants to see. He doesn't believe National Guard troops are going to help bring crime levels down. What he says that he did support are things like a surge in FBI agents, DEA, ATF, those sorts of things. But it ultimately isn't up to the mayor. He has acknowledged that. And what makes this situation unique, Gio, is that the Tennessee Republican governor does support the president's plan.
Them people must be dumb as hell. We see what the problem is. Look at all them people in power. And they city done went to hell. Same thing in Chicago. Y'all see the mayor in Chicago? Look at the mayor of Memphis. It's sort of like they can't keep this thing together. Trump basically want to come take over and give somebody else their jobs. Because they don't give a damn who live or who die. As long as they getting paid, shit, more murder, more money, more homicide. They might as well get AZ to be the mayor up there in Memphis, man. And Chicago. Fuck it, let rappers be the mayor. Put Project Pat in office. Because these people can give a damn. As long as they good, they don't give a damn about the city, man. And you see this in a lot of cities where they got black mayors. I hate to call it what it is. But they be happy as hell when them brothers be out there killing each other. Because they know they can get more grant money, more dare money, stop the violence money, lock a nigga up money, fucking the funeral home popping, morticians, they sleeping with the dead bodies and all that madness. Them people, they make a living off of this stuff. It's looking like the real problem is the people they got in office in these cities that he targeting. Look at it.
And we'll cooperate with it.
So, Christian, Memphis is kind of unique because we're talking about a Democrat-led city in a Republican state. So how might the president's approach differ compared to cities like, L.A. or Chicago?
Yeah, drastically, in that he has more power, President Trump, because he will have, presumably, the cooperation of Tennessee's governor. The governor has said that he will cooperate and leverage the full use of federal and state powers. And so really what that kind of comes down to is, remember, we heard President Trump say we're going to deploy the National Guard to Chicago, for example. And both Chicago's Democratic mayor and Illinois' Democratic governor said we do not support that. And most notably the governor, because without the governor's support, then the National Guard is really just limited to protecting things like federal buildings. But because the Tennessee governor plans to support the president's plan, they can carry out regular law enforcement duties.
All right, Christian Cordero.
Oh, man. See, we got to get into something real quick. I need y'all to stay tuned because I want to break this down real fast. It ain't going to take long. But I see what they doing here with these cities that got the National Guards coming to their city to try to straighten things out. Y'all need to see this. Oh man, this gonna make a whole lot of sense to the people out there that's paying attention. Oh man, y'all gotta see this, man. Y'all remember back in the day when St. Ives liquor hit the streets and they needed somebody to sponsor that thing to get it in the right hands so they could do what they want to do? They had every gangster rapper advertising that St. Ives. And people was going out there drinking this shit and blowing each other brains out, man. It's sort of like when they want to sell something sinister to the black community, they always got a black spokesperson to make that sale. So people will make it seem like it's all right. This shit said first big paycheck. Soon as you get paid, you can take your ass down there and get some St. Ives. And that's exactly what they doing with these black mayors, man. E40 and all these, they don't own these companies they be sponsoring. They put their ass on the front page of the liquor and they don't even own the damn liquor. They cut them a big old check just to put their black face on it so other black people will think it's all right to drink this damn poison. They need to get some new mayors up in there. Why they ain't got no Mexican mayors? You know the city gonna be clean. They gonna fix up all the roads and ain't gonna be a pothole in the damn city. They put a Mexican mayor up in there, man. What about they do that? Y'all need to see this because this confused me. The people in Memphis, they want the National Guard to come so they can take care of these thugs, but these thugs want the National Guard to come so they can take care of the National Guard. Look at
Have been
this.
hearing from state and federal lawmakers as well as other community leaders about the prospect of the National Guard in Memphis. But as the possibility looms larger tonight, how are Memphians feeling about the idea of federal troops patrolling the streets? WRAG's Harrison Klopp is checking the community's pulse tonight.
On a beautiful Wednesday afternoon in Overton Park, many Memphians are enjoying themselves, while others, like Gerald Tabor and Cortez Wells, are contemplating the future of the Bluff City after rumors of the National Guard coming to Memphis.
Here to bring chaos, bro. It's already bullcrap here, enough bullcrap. They're gonna bring chaos because people feel like they're being targeted at that point.
Gerald Tabor says local and federal officials should be looking at the root causes of crime instead of bringing in the Guard.
In order for you to have to think about crime in Memphis, you have to get to the root cause of the crime. Where there's poverty, there's going to be crime.
Tabor added those resources could...
Oh, something ain't right with them brothers right there. Oh, sucky now. What the hell? Where they find them, Nick? They doing it in the park after dark. Where they find them? I appreciate them for being articulate and everything. Instead of saying bullshit, he said bull crap, and then his boyfriend got on there and said what he had to say, but they need to get down there and see what them thugs talking about, because the last I heard, they gearing up for the National Guard. Listen at these dudes.
coming to Memphis.
Here to bring chaos, bro. It's already bullcrap here, enough bullcrap. They're gonna bring chaos because people feel like they're being targeted at that point.
Gerald Tabor...
Okay, they putting on for the news, or they really from Memphis, or who the hell? We gonna move on and everything, but I'm a little confused about this
says
shit.
local
Look.
and federal officials should be looking at the root causes of crime instead of bringing in the Guard.
In order for you to have to think about crime in Memphis, you have to get to the root cause of the crime. Where there's poverty, there's going to be crime.
Tabor added those resources could go into building the community.
Put more effort into trying to rebuild a community, creating jobs and stuff that, fill people's time. So put them people in that type of situation, what do you expect them to do?
And while FBI Director Cash...
What you mean, them people? You mean we people, us people, man. You can't be speaking in third person specifically when they asked the brother about what the National Guard gonna do to the black people of Memphis.
Patel has called Memphis the homicide capital of America. Tabor feels that if the police can't fix the crime, what will the National Guard do?
The police ain't fixed the crime, and they paid to do it. What is the National Guard coming here gonna do?
From Overton Park, I'm Harrison Klopp, your news leader, WRAG News Channel 3.
All right, so at this point, I can tell you the team here at WRAG is actively working to find out exactly where potential plans to send the National Guard to Memphis stands right now. You can say.
Oh man, I need to share something else with y'all. Y'all stay tuned. It's only gonna take a second. We got a whole lot of news we about to be getting into, but man, This thing got me thinking. Hold up. But this for my old heads out there. Oh man, only if I could pull it up. Oh man, it was a trip. Hey, y'all remember that show that George Clinton put together back in the day? It was called Cosmic Slop. If you never seen it, y'all need to get online, figure out. I believe it's on YouTube somewhere, man. He had an episode where the alien, they came and got all the black people. They put them on buses. They put all the black people on buses and led them to the spaceships. And I don't know, I guess they figured out they sent them to a whole nother planet or some shit. They came and cleaned up America. And that's what it looked like was going on. It seemed like they getting around and rounding up all, if you black, Latino, it don't matter what the hell you is. It looked like what they really want to do is round up all the niggas and put them somewhere, man. Because it's making the city look bad. It got the streets look, people are scared to come outside. You got these demons running around here, man. And I blame the music. You know, that's how I feel about it. This hip hop shit don't went too damn far. These crack babies got babies. Crack babies got grandbabies nowadays. So people ain't human like they once were. People don't have the logic to be logical. You can't talk your way out of somebody busting your head or blowing your brains out or something. You can't sympathize with a brother. As soon as a nigga pull out that steel and that Marvin Gaye song pop up in your head, he ain't trying to hear about what's going on. You can't you ain't no way you gonna be able to sympathize with somebody that ain't got no sympathy, because the sad part about it is a lot of people don't have no humanity. They literally animals out here in these streets. You factor in all of the poison that people been consuming for the past, I don't know how long. These people are naturally toxic. And I hate to put it like that, but that's what it is, man. Y'all need to check this out. Because George Clinton put this out back in the day. People thought he was joking. Now it's starting to make sense, man. It's some cosmic slop going on. It's just, is people sloppy, man. Black ain't black no more. That melanin ain't popping like it used to back in the day, man. It's all fucked up. People, I don't know what they done did with the people. They've been running experiments, Tuskegee and all this. Ain't no telling what it boils down to. So now they trying to figure out a way. How the hell we gonna get these demons out the way? And that ain't for all people, but hey, if you was raised up in a generation of poverty, think back of how many generations of poverty you was raised up in, and you might be the problem for these people, not for me. I'm just saying, they trying to figure out how they can put an end to the problem so they can make America great again. Listen at this.
And we continue our Team 3 coverage this afternoon with the president declaring the National Guard is coming to Memphis. Some who have experienced violence outside their own homes are saying they don't want it. WREG's Dorita Patterson went to the Soulsville area and spoke with one South Memphian about why he does not want Guard members in his community.
Things were violent overnight here in the Soulsville area. Gunfire at two different locations resulted in 2 people being shot. Just before 11:30 Thursday night, police saturated East Trigg Avenue as blue flashers cut through the darkness. In this case, a man who was later upgraded from critical to non-critical made his way to this chair at the home of this man desperate for help.
Didn't know what was happening. Saw the guy sweating, bleeding. Asked him to get on the sidewalk and call 911.
This Good Samaritan looked on in disbelief, sharing with us exclusive video of a moment forever etched in his memory.
It's hurtful.
Even though crime literally came to his front door, the gentleman we spoke with says even after calling for help, this is certainly not the time to call on National Guardsmen.
We can take it on here. We already have the facilities that we need.
His reaction was shared by others we asked in this same community.
He look like he nervous about them kilos he got in his basement, man. You bring the National Guard, they start searching them houses and see how funky them people living up in there. The rats and the roaches, they all going to jail. That's what they worried about. They got dirty laundry and they don't want the National Guard to see it. They need to come up there, go up in every last one of them homes and see what's going on in there. Sniff around that motherfucker. Bring the K9s. Ain't no telling what they doing down there in Memphis. The whole city need to be under surveillance. Cause they scared for the National Guard. I'd be glad to bring them motherfuckers, man. I'll make a lemonade stand for the National Guard. For the National Guard. Bring their ass, man. Come out here. Shit, put a barbecue up for the National Guard. He worried about them kilos and things, even though death knocking at his front door. He don't give a fuck. Look at his face, man. Been barbecuing all his life. Ain't no telling how many keys he got down there in the basement. Bring the National Guard. Them herbs just for outside. Ain't no telling what type of herbs he grown in the back room. And I ain't trying to see this brother go to jail. But he suspect like a motherfucker. All of them is. What's taking them so long, man? They need to hurry up and get down there and get these people. Listen at this.
Give our own here. We already have the facilities that we need.
His reaction was shared by others we asked in this same community. In fact, there was not one person who was in agreement with bringing in outside help to combat crime. But it is the response from the President of the United States just this morning who says otherwise.
I think maybe I'll be the first to say it right now again. We're going to Memphis. Memphis is
That's the next city.
Deeply troubled.
The president said part of the reason for the decision.
Y'all ain't even go to Chicago yet. What is he talking about? Man, he confusing people with this bullshit. I think he trying to scare people with this madness. When he go to Chicago and shut that down, then go to Memphis, and Memphis feeling like Trump think they soft because he gonna skip Chicago and come deal with them first like they weak, like they phony or whatever the case is. And that's what got them so mad. You know, if they gonna do something, they need to just do it. That's like somebody threatening somebody they gonna leave or they gonna do this or they gonna do that. Nigga, just do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it, man. One day they need to wake up in the National Guard in their living room with them AKs and things out. They need to put them K9 dogs on them people and sniff their ass. And if they dirty, shit, put the holes on them niggas like 1960. And I know that sound messed up, but look where we at, y'all. New Jack City was about 30 years ago. Nino Brown, let me show y'all something, man. And it's only gonna take a minute. I promise it is. But y'all need to be educated. This is S.A.T. And a lot of y'all not up for the test. Gotta educate yourself, man. Look, New Jack City. About 50 years of ignorance, man. That's where we at with it. 50 years of nigga shit. This thing, somebody do the math with me. Somebody do the math. This movie came out in 1991. We about to be in 2026. Somebody do the math. Your grandmama was watching that New Jack City in her day. So she an ignorant bastard. And your granddaddy is too. Matter of fact, your grandmama was popping coochie to Uncle Luke back in the day. See, my grandmother never did nothing like that, but yours have. That's where we at with this thing, man. It was bad. It been bad, extremely bad for a long ass time. And they finally trying to stop the roach that the hip hop community produced. But that's Negro here, no there. Listen at this.
To mobilize the Guard here came on the heels of a conversation with an executive here in the city.
He said, when I walk 1 block to my hotel, they won't allow me to do it. They put me in an armored vehicle with bulletproof glass to take me 1 block. He said, it's so terrible.
But for the man who watched the aftermath of violence Thursday night, seeking outside help, he feels, is not the solution to an admitted.
Well, hell, y'all want the police to come out there when something go wrong. Y'all want to call on the white man every time y'all hear gunshots or somebody run up in your motherfucking house. The first thing you gonna do is call the police. Soon as them niggas running down the street with your TV on their back, you gonna call the police. Y'all might as well have the police around all the motherfucking time, man. Gotta call the man. That's like calling on Jesus. People be acting up, cutting up in the street, Something go wrong, that's when they want to call on the Lord. They might as well keep the police present. It need to be a National Guard standing on every front porch in the Memphis ghetto. Just standing there, 24-hour shift, man. Make them rotate shifts on every house. They want to call the police, but then don't want the police. Somebody make this shit make sense, man. He wake up, it's some nigga laid out in his front lawn bleeding. He ain't called Master Fard, Muhammad, or nobody to come out there. His black ass called the police. What the hell people need the police, man. It's sad, but it's true. He talking about we could police ourselves. We don't need no police. Well, hell, if that was the case, it wouldn't be no police. I'm tired of it. Let the National Guard go to Memphis and lock all them rappers up, DJ Paul and Juicy J. Put their ass in the back of the truck. Go get Yo Gotti and let Glorilla ride in the front seat, because I love Glorilla, but still take her black ass to jail. They need to come get all of them. If Skinny Pimp still living, get his ass too. Rest in peace to Coops the nigga and Lord Infamous. But all of the ones that's alive, go get LaChat, put her black ass in jail. Rest in peace to Gangsta Boo and Young Dolph. But all them other ones, they need to go to jail, man. And all of them, the people working the barbecue pits, selling that corrosion ass meat, the people got people sickly. I'm tired of it, man. Them little old ladies putting all that sugar in those sweet potato pies, talking about they trying to compete with Patti LaBelle. Lock their ass up too, man. They killing the people in the community. And all them freaky ass pastors, gold teeth in their mouth, pimping on them hoes. Got your grandmama turning tricks in the back of the church while she reading Ephesians. Lock his ass up too, man. It's looking like the whole Memphis need to go to jail. Calm down, man. Oh man, let me take a little break real quick. I need to get me something to drink, because I'm over here pissed off. How y'all doing out there, man? Y'all gotta forget, because Donald Trump trying to do the right thing. It ain't like Obama ever gave a damn. What Obama said when Trayvon Martin got killed? Hold on, y'all need to see this. Reggie, cut that off, because I'm fired up about this thing. It ain't like Obama was gonna do it. If it wasn't for Trump, the streets would never get cleaned up. Y'all need to listen to this. Your favorite president. Listen to this nigga, man.
If you want to get
Hold
your
on, let me
name,
get this together. Y'all stay tuned, because this pathetic. Trump ain't never would have said nothing like this. Look.
Well, I'm the head of the executive branch, and the Attorney General reports to me, so I've got to be careful about my statements to make sure that we're not impairing any investigation that's taking place right now. But obviously, this is a tragedy. I can only imagine what these parents are going through. And when I think about this boy, I think about my own kids. And I think every parent in America should be able to understand why it is absolutely imperative that we investigate every aspect of this, and that everybody pulls together, federal, state, and local, to figure out exactly how this tragedy happened. So I'm glad that not only is the Justice Department looking into it, I understand now that the governor of the state of Florida has formed a task force to investigate what's taking place. I think all of us have to do some soul searching to figure out how does something like this happen. And that means that we examine the laws and the context for what happened, as well as the specifics of the incident. But my main message is to the parents of Trayvon Martin. You know, if I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon. And
man, get the fuck out of here, man. Can you imagine Trump saying some shit like that with an orange face? If I had a son, he'll probably, there's a possibility. I love black women. So there's a slight chance that if I had a son with a beautiful African American woman, he would probably look just like Trayvon Martin. What the fuck that got to do with anything, y'all? Y'all better be happy for Mr. Trump. Cause he the only one that give a damn. Your grandmama walking down the street, pop, 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 pop. Your ass crying so hard you got boogers coming out your nose. Cause one of them YNs done fucking skated on your grandmama, man. It ain't funny until the buck-toothed black-ass rabbit got the gun, and he might be your son. I'm tired of it, man. Barack ain't never give a damn. He done slipped up and called Michelle Obama Michael so many times, people talking about that might be a man. Okay, you going too far. I ain't going too far my ass, no diddy. We got more news to get into, man. This nigga pissed me off with this stuff. I feel like Kanye West held Trump. Y'all gonna see me on the other side of the track. Wait till one of them people at the White House see this video. I'm gonna go platinum, nigga. Leave your ass in YouTube land looking dusty. They gonna invite my black ass to the White House, and I'm gonna have on a cowboy boot with some goddamn cowboy hat on, man. And on the back of my shirt, it's gonna say fuck Beyonce on the back of the shirt, man. They gonna love me in America. We gotta move on, because we got more news. Y'all need to listen at this.
At the end of the day, my goal is to make sure that if they are coming here, which we now know they are, that we are able to drive how they engage in our city.
President Donald.
This nigga look like he got a mixtape. They need to, man, somebody need to get on SoundCloud and figure this shit out. He looked like his rap career ain't work out, and he decided he wanted to be the man. You get this nigga behind closed doors. And he get to talking about how young Dolph his cousin, and I'll look at him, look at my nose, and all this bullshit, man. He ain't fooling me with them glasses on. I know he got a mixtape out there somewhere. And they want me to take this man serious. Man, please.
At the end of the day, my goal is to make sure that if they are coming here, which we now know they are, that we are able to drive how they engage in our city.
President Donald Trump says National Guard troops will be deployed to Memphis. The president says this is to tackle crime in the city. John Lawrence breaks down the details and when troops could be sent.
Hold on, they better check her green card because she look like she ain't even supposed to. She might be from Australia, Germany or somewhere, man. She ain't get none of that sentence right. They need to check her social security number because she fucked up that whole... She might not be American. They need to send ICE up there while she bullshit, man. Listen at this.
To Memphis. The president says this is to tackle crime in the city. John Lawrence breaks down the details and when troops could be sent.
Got the news lady sounded like Daffy Duck, y'all. They got a problem with this immigration shit in America, man. I'm being serious about this thing. This nigga might be Jamaican. This lady might be from Russia somewhere. We don't know who is who in America, man. They need to really tackle down on this shit. ICE need to do a taste test on people. Pull out some black eyed peas, some cornbread, some macaroni and cheese. They need to be running around chasing people with a plate. Because if they don't turn around and bite the shit out them ham hocks, then they might not be American, man. Chase a nigga down with some grits, eggs, and bacon. If they don't take a bite, then put their ass on alligator Alcatraz or something. That's the only way they gonna get to the bottom of this. Put a biscuit with some gravy on it, chase a nigga down. If he don't turn around and bite your fingers off, then he might not be American. Cause this woman, she sounded like Daffy Duck or somebody. Listen at this, y'all.
Memphis. The president says this is to tackle crime in the city. John Lawrence breaks down the details and when troops could be sent.
The National Guard is heading to Tennessee's second biggest city.
We're going to Memphis. Memphis is
That's the next city.
deeply troubled. We're going to fix that just like we did Washington.
Tennessee Republican Governor Bill Lee was among the state and local officials who discussed with the White House the development of a, quote, multi-phased strategic plan to combat crime in Memphis.
No, y'all skipped over Chicago. How they gonna do that, y'all? They just gonna skip over Chicago like they weren't popping shit. This nigga said, "Shot apocalypse now," and we still waiting on it. I don't know if they doing this for the media, for publicity, or whatever the case is. It's just to stir up some news or whatever. Don't talk about it, be about it. This ain't gonna do nothing but rile them thugs up even more. The killings in Chicago through the roof because it's looking like the National Guard scared to come there. Now they talking about, they gotta go to Memphis now. Because they can't keep putting this stuff out there and not doing it. Look at this.
Democratic Memphis Mayor Paul Young was also involved with the talks.
I want to be clear, I did not ask for the National Guard, and I don't think it's the way to drive down crime. However,
Who the hell that white man in that picture back there? They might, oh my God, this look like some old down home shit right here, don't it? Is they representing for this? Do he own these niggas? What's going on? Y'all see this? Why they got all them black men? You ain't. So they run in Memphis. And they need the National Guard to come out there and get. This is. I don't even know where to start. This nigga got on plain clothes. The red, they look like some gangster. That look like my motherfucking cousin back there. What is they doing? Who elected this man? Whoever that man is in the picture, he the one running the damn show. They his damn public. This some Tales from the Hood shit going on in Memphis. Got cat daddies, pimps, players, Mac daddies, East Point. This a old Southern playalistic goddamn regime they running here, man. Nothing but them lax parked outside. And they want somebody to take this shit seriously. When they album coming out? That's what I want to know. They talk what they gonna do? Shit. So fire up that barbecue grill and put them beers on that ice and wait for ice to get there. They can't be serious with this shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all need to see this.
Crime in Memphis. Democratic Memphis Mayor Paul Young was also involved with the talks.
I want to be clear, I did not ask for the National Guard, and I don't think it's the way to drive down crime. However, that decision has been made.
The Mayor Players. That's their album. When that shit coming out, man? Mayor Players every day. They might as well just go ahead and drop it.
Has been made.
President Trump says his call for federal forces in Memphis came after speaking to Union Pacific CEO Jim Venna, who used to work in Memphis.
He said, when I walk 1 block to my hotel, they won't allow me to do it. They put me in an armored vehicle with bulletproof glass to take me 1 block. He said, it's so terrible.
So far, there's no official date set for sending troops to Memphis, but in a social media post, Governor Lee says he'll be working out the details with the Trump White House.
I'm certainly not happy about the National Guard. I am looking forward to trying to find ways to invest in the things that we're already doing to address crime in our city.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Y'all know what they gonna do? They gonna find all y'all fools online with them switches and shit. They gonna check. That's what they doing right now. They checking all the posts. that people post, they connecting all of the dots so they can round it all up in one. When they coming to get all of the problems. They about to cut out the cancers of the city. That's what's happening with this thing. Because all the information they need is online. I believe they got the technology to sort out who's causing problems or who have a repetitious pattern of ignorance that they can target and get the hell out of the way. And plus, redlining is a thing of the past. I think they got something beyond redlining now. Because if you all making X amount of dollars, they want to know where this money coming from. You live in a certain lifestyle, you posting certain things, man, they trying to eliminate the problem and get all y'all fools out the way. So I'm praying for the people that mind their business and stay out the way. I hope y'all don't get caught up in this stuff because it's going to be hard to argue anything when you look like them damn dummies out there that's causing all the crime and the mayhem in the city. But you really got to blame social media at the end of the day, man. You really got to. And all this programming that's been going on that got people feeling like this the way you supposed to be in order to be to be accepted and to be successful in life, man. It's fucked up. But I believe that they gonna figure out a way to round up all the no-gooders and put them somewhere so the city can be safe. Because let's be real, Memphis is a beautiful city, man. And it's going to be even more beautiful when they get all them criminals out the way. Then people say, well, get people jobs, give people some money. But if you're not educated enough to even talk, then what position they going to put you in to make some money? What you gonna do? And the craziest thing about it is a lot of people graduate from college and don't know how to read and write. But since they applied themselves and set themselves up for that big ass loan, they'll push your ass through so you will be in the position to pay that money back. And that's what it boils down to. People that got degrees, a lot of them be some of the most ignorant people you ever met in your life. Ain't got no logic, no nothing, but they know how to memorize some shit and put it on the paper or read a book. And then when they graduate from school, they don't even remember half of that shit that they learned in them damn books, man. They be on the job like test dummies trying to figure this thing out. And that's why the unemployment rate is through the roof, because they letting people know your logic ain't worth a damn just because you got a degree. There's people out there that ain't never done no schooling, but got more smarts than somebody that got a master's degree. So they trying to separate the real from the fake, and it's looking like it's going to get real crazy in Memphis, Tennessee. Look at this, y'all.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on the news at 5 o'clock. I'm Pepper Baker. Memphis is bracing for a National Guard troop deployment to fight crime across the city. After President Donald Trump announced his plans today, Memphis leaders are letting it be known they are not for it. We have reaction from leaders and Memphians. ABC 24's Ezekiel Telemaco begins our live team coverage at Memphis City Hall. Ezekiel, Mayor Paul Young says the city does not need the Guard.
Yeah, that's right, Pepper. Mayor Young made it clear as day that he did not request a National Guard here in Memphis, but he plans to make sure that when they're deployed, that every...
Y'all don't get this Trey Songz nigga out my face. Who he fucking up there at the news that got him a job? And he ain't cut the braids. He better hope they don't never do no background check. They can't be serious. They gonna beat his ass when they see him on the news. I never liked you anyway, you pretty motherfucker. He got the baby hairs laid up. Man, this nigga gonna get shot in Memphis. Who he fucking up there at the news? Somebody got their baby daddy a job. Is that her baby daddy? This nigga, that's her, somebody baby daddy. They got him a job up there. Man, if they don't get this nigga the fuck out of here, man. They got Ray Ray a job up at the news, and he trying to be, ain't nothing about this nigga professional. He better get in that damn studio and come up with some R&B lyrics, give Usher a run for his money or some shit, and get your ass off the damn. We got some most important stuff we dealing with here, man. Got this R&B ass news reporter. Nigga named Stormy Weathers. When his album coming out? Oh my God. Chris Brown somewhere mad than a motherfucker. I don't like that shit. Chris Brown eating a banana right now, about to drop a dime on this nigga. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Gonna have to drop a dime on that nigga. Hold on. Listen at this fool.
Yeah, that's right, Pepper. Mayor Young made it clear as day that he did not request a National Guard here in Memphis, but he plans to make sure that when they're deployed, that everything is handled right in a way that it benefits the city. Now, President Trump, along with Bill Lee, announced earlier this week that they're going to be deploying the National Guard here in Memphis in order to...
He been practicing in the mirror, y'all. With this bullshit, he got it down. He got the white guy bullshit going on. And they all do that. All the black people do that at the news, man. They put on their best white person impersonation. Get in front of that camera. They be so goddamn fake and phony. You know they don't talk like that when they get home. As soon as he hit the block, that's when he gonna be moving them G-packs and shit. Look. This nigga, you can't take motherfuckers like this seriously, man. And that's the reason why people losing their jobs. Because they know you faking for that goddamn paycheck. Look.
Yeah, that's right, Pepper. Mayor Young made it clear as day that he did not request a National Guard here in Memphis, but he plans to make sure that when they're deployed, that everything is handled right in a way that it benefits the city. Now, President Trump, along with Bill Lee, announced earlier this week that they're going to be deploying the National Guard here in Memphis in order to combat crime and violence. Here's what Mayor Young had to say about that decision that he was left out of.
I want to be clear, I did not ask for the National Guard, and I don't think it's the way to drive down crime. However, that decision has been made.
I ain't never seen nobody do sign language with an attitude. Them deaf people feelings hurt because of this woman's demeanor. They don't know if she's set tripping. She probably throwing her own shit in there. Where they get her from, man? She did the whole speech with a damn attitude. Shit, if I was deaf, I'd just close my eyes. Like, I think this bitch is trying to offend me on purpose. Look at this.
I want to be clear, I did not ask for the National Guard, and I don't think it's the way to drive down crime. However, that decision has been made. And as mayor of the city that I love, of Memphis, Tennessee, my commitment.
Oh, hell no. It's time to get the fuck out of Memphis, man. That's some bad customer service right there. That's some bad customer service, cause I'm agitated. He said, bitch, I'm the mayor. We do not want the National Guard. Fuck them and Trump. We don't want them. Because I'm the man. I don't need them in my city. I don't like this, man. She got too much damn attitude. Look.
I want to be clear, I did not ask for the National Guard, and I don't think it's the way to drive down crime. However, that decision has been made. And as mayor of the city that I love, of Memphis, Tennessee.
She look like she dancing back up for Beyonce or somebody with this bullshit, man. Is she a backup dancer or is she supposed to be doing sign language, y'all? She throwing her own stuff in there, man. And I gotta say this, man. And you know, I would have never thought I would say nothing like this. But I think Mr. Donald Trump is doing a fine job up there at the White House, man. Because he got black people in mind. That's something another president ain't never did, man. He considering them YNs out there in Memphis. Because Lord knows they ain't got no daddies. And if they do, their daddies ain't got no daddies. So that's like boys raising boys. He worried about them YNs out there in Memphis. Trump give more of a damn than they family members do. He considering coming out there and spanking that ass. That's something a lot of them ain't never had before, man. A disciplinary. Somebody smack them on their wrist and tell them to put that switch down. If don't nobody care, Trump care. You know what I'm saying? This is bringing tears to my eyes because, you know, there's a lot of us out there that was raised up in the hood and just been looking for somebody to come and show us right from wrong, man. And a lot of y'all had them freaky mamas, you trying to sleep, and that headboard keep on knocking. Knock, 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 knock. And you know that ain't your daddy in there. But now it's a possibility that it might be Trump in there, man. Cause he said he coming for all the black women in Chicago. Now he coming for the sisters in Memphis to clean up the streets. So maybe we need to be grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to see nobody lose their life. And if they do come to these cities, I hope that it's just peaceful protesters. You know, people go, when the National Guard out there, people just walk up and put their guns down and walk away. Whatever they got, a slingshot, lay that shit down in front of the National Guard, turn around, walk away. You know? You got a machete or some shit, just put that shit on the ground. Look, you know, nod your head at the National Guard and walk away, man. And leave that street life alone. Whatever set you claim, take your flag, lay that shit down in front of the National Guard, you know, and let them confiscate that shit and go on out there and go the other way. That's what they need to do. The whole city need to lay down, man. Just like on state property, get down to lay down. Shit, I'll wear my fatigues and be stepping with the National Guard out there with some Timberland boots on. Whatever y'all trying to do, I'm trying to do. Let me get a vest. I'll show y'all where the thugs at. I'll show y'all where the criminals hang out. You know, put me up to the job. Call me Toby out this motherfucker. As long as it's a big paycheck that come along with that. And that's a good question, too. How much do the National Guard get paid? Let me look this up real quick. National Guard salary. I told y'all I was gonna be getting my Uncle Ruckus on tonight. And I ain't lying. I don't say I'm gonna do stuff and don't do it like Trump. You know what I'm saying? I got on my Twitter, got on my Instagram and said, I'm gonna get my Uncle Ruckus on tonight. And people thought I was bluffing. I don't do like Trump do, man. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do something. I'm getting my motherfucking Wayne Brady, Tiger Woods on tonight. Because I love America. Y'all need to see this, man. Hold on, wait a minute. National Guard pay depends on your military rank and years of service, not on the state you live in or your job. You get a base salary plus allowances for housing and other factors. Oh, goddamn. They get it. And they got some fine-ass, thick-ass National Guards out there, too. Plus, you get paid for drills. Oh, goddamn, they about to pull a drill on them niggas in Chicago. They get paid to do drills. Y'all see that? Every time they do a drill on a nigga, they get paid for that. So if they take out 10 gangsters, that's like $10,000 a piece. Oh, man. They get paid for drills and annual training periods. For example, a Sergeant E5 with over 8 years of service could earn approximately $7,700.75 per month. No, $7,775.48 per month in basic pay. That's just the basic, that's just the flat rate pay, man. That ain't on top of the drills and all the other stuff. So they bring home 10 G's a month. And you think they about to lose their life for some YN? They throwing grenades at niggas, man. That's some good money being the National Guard while y'all being that BSing or whatever the case is. They pulling up in them G-Wagons and shit. Oh, man, it's about to get real crazy in Memphis. Look at this.
That I love, of Memphis, Tennessee. My commitment is to make sure that we work strategically to ensure that this happens in a way that truly benefits and strengthens our community.
And President Trump claimed earlier this morning on Fox and Friends that Mayor Young was happy about this situation. So I made sure to ask Mayor Young how he felt about that, if that was accurate or not. And Mayor Young told me that was an overstatement. Now, we're going to continue to monitor the situation. There's still a lot of playing key factors into this, but we'll make sure to let you know when we have those details. Live in Memphis, I'm Ezekiel.
Man, get him the fuck out of here, man. Get him out, man. Somebody get him off the screen, Reggie, because I'm telling you, this nigga, man. I thought that was Harry Potter talking before they put the camera back on his ass. Oh, my God. Cut them goddamn braids off. I know he ain't got the dirty braids slung over his damn shoulder with that damn suit on. Look at this shit. Oh, man, nigga, pick up a basketball or something. What the hell he got going on?
Welcome to ABC 24 this week. I am your host, Pepper Baker. You're here for the real stories behind the big stories, and I hope you continue to join us.
Wasn't the Kid and Play going on? She had a flat top the last time she did the news. What the hell? That better not be Kid. Because he been desperate for work ever since the House Party movies came out, man. What the hell they got going on here? Hold on, run that back.
Hello and welcome to ABC 24 this week. I am your host, Pepper Baker. You're here for the real stories behind the big stories, and I hope you continue to join us every Sunday. We do have an action-packed show, so let's introduce our panelists.
Somebody done put a knot on her head for her fuckery, man. Somebody done already went upside her head. She's sitting up there smiling, skinning, grinning with them people. We don't know what side she on. Or Salt and Pepper, but whatever her name is, man, she confusing people out there in Memphis. She a part of the buffer class, you know what I'm saying? She all up in the big house. One of them, that might be her daddy. So, hold on, oh goddamn, what the hell? Shit, God bless America, because Lord knows I ain't trying to go there. Shit, when her album coming out? Her son looking like, spit that shit, mama. I love weed, I'm a dead nigga every day, every time I dead, hubba way. When her album coming out? They spit that shit, mama. I'm a home with, I'm a dead every single day, run my way, She about to spit that damn Soldier Slim on your ass. So, I like it like that. It ain't working that back. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. You said, spit that shit, mama. Like, Look at her, man. Man, God bless America. I ain't going no motherfucking where, man. With Trump, whatever you got to do, all you got to do is ask, player. Because I ain't going back. Fuck that. Shit, 400 years wasn't long enough. I need another 400 because I ain't going back to the motherland. The hell with y'all talk. What they said, Somalia, ain't that a disease? Oh, hell no. Reggie, get this shit off the screen, bro. Get that shit making me depressed. Get that shit off the screen, man. God bless America and no other country. No other one. Just America, man.
That
I ain't going back. Whew. I need to, hold on, cut that off. I need to take me something to drink. This shit got me stressed out. Okay, we gonna take it from the top. I do apologize. Y'all listening? All right, here we go.
Hello and welcome to ABC 24 this week. I am your host, Pepper Baker. You're here for the real stories behind the big stories, and I hope you continue to join us every Sunday. We do have an action-packed show, so let's introduce our panelists. ABC 24 political analyst Otis Sanford, of course. We have Scott McCormick, former Memphis City Council chair and Shelby County Schools board member. And then we have Reverend Kenneth Whalum with New Olivet Worship Center. Thank you all so much for being here. This one's going to be a good one, I think.
It is.
So we do only have 2 topics today because I'm not even sure we have enough time in this show for all the discussion that is about to happen. So first, President Donald Trump himself said National Guard troops are coming to Memphis and that our Democratic mayor is happy about it. And then we'll get into the political vitriol building between Republicans and Democrats that is now seemingly escalating in reaction to conservative activist Charlie Kirk's assassination. Some heavy topics, to say the least. So let's get back to number 1, confirmation on National Guard troops coming to Memphis.
I think maybe I'll be the first to say it right now again. We're going to Memphis. Memphis is
that's the next city.
Deeply troubled.
Well, those are the words President Donald Trump said Friday morning in an interview with Fox and Friends that has now has sent Memphis into a frenzy. He said the mayor is happy, referring to Memphis Mayor Paul Young, and the governor is happy, referring to Bill Lee, about the pending deployment. Now, we reported earlier this week that Mayor Paul Young was informed by Tennessee Governor Bill Lee and President Donald Trump that the National Guard and other resources are being considered for deployment to Memphis.
Okay, this is getting a little scary, man. It's getting, seeing them organizing and stuff like that, this is getting a little scary. Because they not just about to go out there and hand out lollipops to the people in the streets. That ain't what they coming to do. They coming to see who they about to bring the drama. That's what's happening here, man. They getting ready to hit them streets and grill a nigga. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot of people walking down the street with their head down when they see these troops walking through their neighborhoods, man. I was thinking that they was just going to go to the downtown area, you know, when people out there doing their little festivals and shit. You see the little National Guards walking around while they doing their parades and stuff. But now you pull up to that gas station in the hood and them National Guards standing out. Them bums ain't going to be begging for no change, man. Matter of fact, yeah, they is. They going to be begging the National Guard for some damn change. And they gonna throw them niggas in the back of the truck. They just gonna come clean up the streets. Where people like to hang out. And you know, sometimes you will pull up to the red light and it be a bum standing out there or something. They holding up signs. They gonna swoop them dudes up too. Them people, they had their whole family out there while they panhandling. They kids sitting on the side looking pitiful just for the theatrics. Because when you at the red light and you look over and you see them kids, they huddled up together trying to keep warm, and they mama out there, you know, with the sign and everything, man, that really touched people on the heart. But the National Guard, they gonna swoop their ass up too. It's a lot of stuff in the inner city that they can come take care of because people sick of looking at it, man. You know, them water boys. They need to come to Atlanta, get all them water boys out the way, man. They running up on you. I get mad as hell. Oh, man, don't even, I guess they could see the look on my face like, don't even ask that nigga if he wants some water. Because I be looking like the devil when I get to the red light. And I know that ain't right or whatever the case is, but it's going to be doomsday out there in Memphis, man. It's going to be hard for people to navigate because you don't know who's who. And for y'all ladies out there, y'all like to be provocative. You might want to leave the house looking sexy, got on a one-piece bodysuit. They swooping y'all ass up too because they feel like y'all are part of the problem. Giving birth to these gremlins out here, y'all might be the main target. So if you sexually provocative and you want to hit the street or you want to run your errands and stuff, put some clothes on your ass because the National Guard, they got every inclination to take you out of the way because a lot of y'all are part of the problem, man. The reason why these dudes committing these crimes and doing drills and shit like that because there's some hood rat out there that think this type of shit is cute. So everybody a target, man. For y'all brothers out there, if you want to take my advice, get your ass some penny loafers. Because when they see you coming, and put a penny in that bitch, man. When they see you stepping with them penny loafers on and with that vest on, you know, dress your ass up. Present yourself, man. Dress like a pastor. But do something. Make it look like you got some business about yourself, man. People ain't gonna bother you like that. But go out there with them skinny jeans on, with them slits all in the knees and stuff, and see how the National Guard react, man. It's gonna be crazy. Y'all gonna have to get yourself together out there in Memphis. I ain't playing. Look,
deployment. Now, we reported earlier this week that Mayor Paul Young was informed by Tennessee Governor Bill Lee and President Donald Trump that the National Guard and other resources are being considered for deployment to Memphis. So as you all may know, we record this show on Friday. So Mayor Paul Young held a press conference at 2 p.m. just before our taping here. And in that taping, he did say that maybe that happy statement was an overstatement by the president, that he did not ask for the National Guard troops to come in. But he had more of a collaborative tone that since they are coming in, it's going to be time to just kind of work and see how that looks. Governor Bill Lee said he's been in constant communication with the White House to develop a plan to combat crime in Memphis. In a statement, he detailed the next phase, which include the Tennessee National Guard, FBI.
Hold on, all the weed spots, all the little dope spots, all the people y'all selling illegal stuff, y'all boosting or whatever y'all doing. They getting all that intel together so when they hit, they could go. They ain't just spending all their money and resources just to be looking around, just to be standing on the corner. They going directly to all of the hot spots, man. So if you moving whatever you moving, or you got a brothel, or you doing some illegal shit, or you anything that's bringing the neighborhood down, they coming to get it. All y'all people out there living in them vacant buildings, vacant houses, y'all squatting, they coming to snatch that ass out them houses. Because the people in power, the people that got money, the people that own these houses and these buildings, they already know what's going on because the surveillance is so advanced in America to where they know who's who and what's what. Hell, I went to Walmart earlier, paid for my groceries. They asked me if I wanted the receipt in the text message or do I want it printed? And I'm thinking, I ain't never gave y'all my motherfucking phone number. Shit, they'll hit you up with the damn receipt if you ain't trying to get the paper. They got all your info. So that mean they know who you is. They looking at your face. They got a whole profile on your ass, man. So it ain't no way you can hide. The technology is through the roof. Y'all need, y'all need to listen at this, man. And this is something that happened in Memphis. Look.
So here you go. Take a look at this video exclusive to us and now you that Memphis police saw unfolding in real time at their downtown command center. Officers say they spotted some people brandishing guns a block away from the city's most iconic street. Our chief investigator, Jessica Gertler, shows you what happened next and why this has MPD applauding that new center and its technology.
The staff can select a number of cameras and they can post them up on the screen. So it's really game changing when you can zoom out that far and actually see things.
Dozens of cameras watching over the city July 13th. It was 1:30 in the morning.
Cameras zooming in and out, they're patrolling, right?
Memphis police were stationed a block from Beale at the downtown command center. They were scrolling through live feeds while the entertainment district was still booming.
So go ahead and press play.
Lieutenant Delwan Waller gave us an exclusive look at what his team noticed on a camera that night.
Here you see this individual. He actually has a weapon in his waistband, and the one behind him has one too.
So
they trying to be discreet. They trying to keep it on the low. They got them switches on them. Looking left and right, making sure ain't nobody looking. The camera looking dead at their ass, man. You ain't got no secrets. You go to dig up your ass, it's a camera that's gonna zoom in on you while you pulling your drawers out your ass. You itching in the crotch area. You get digging there, the camera gonna slow it down as you itch, as you scratch your genitals, man. Look at this.
Has one too.
So they relayed that information to patrol officers.
They see the officers coming, and then at some point they're gonna walk back towards the vehicle that they're in.
You then see blue lights fill the parking lot at Peabody and Rufus Thomas.
The squad cars come, one guy takes off
Towards Beale.
What do we have on Beale Street? Entertainment District unit officers. So he runs into a swarm of officers and they're chasing him.
And the cameras followed the chaos too. This angle shows the guy right there in the middle of your screen booking it towards the metal barricades. He can't quite clear it though. He falls, and like his buddies, officers...
Oh my God, he cracked his shit on the barricade. And they got it all on camera. it's over, man. They got the city mapped out. Oh my God, look at this, y'all.
Detain him too.
The officers are checking the actual vehicles and they realize there are guns and there are drugs.
That's right. WREG investigators uncovered the court records stating officers found multiple guns in plain view just sitting in their car. They also found marijuana, a scale, and a pistol with 11 rounds in the magazine underneath the passenger seat. They say they also found 2 Glocks, both equipped with an autosear, which is a machine gun conversion device. It's highly illegal and allows a Glock to do this.
God damn, man, that shit was like a pepper shaker. A nutcracker, a salt cracker. Did y'all see that? Man, they could light your ass up. Bah! All them bullets, man, it's gonna go through your ass and out the other side.
Illegal and allows the Glock to do this.
Oh, Lord have mercy. See, now they about to be going to jail for a long ass time. Just because they was looking suspicious. They ain't do nothing. They ain't commit a crime. But they told on themselves just for walking down the damn street. It's over, man. People need to learn how to act right. Real talk. I know it sound like I'm trying to be funny or whatever the case is, but if you don't know how to act right, now's the time to practice acting right. Whatever you trying to do, if you out and about and you got to handle your business, keep your mind on your business. Don't be out there lollygagging in them streets, man, because trouble gonna find your ass. If you got something you got to do what you got to do, take your ass home. You got to be professional all the time. All the time, man. You have to, because they watching you 24/7. When you wake up in the morning, man, a lot of y'all like to sleep with the TV on, whatever the case is. People wake up, first thing you do, you looking at your phone and ain't looking back at your ass. So a lot of y'all be on the toilet on the phone, making all types of goofy faces, straining and shit, looking at the phone, just pooping. And they recording, watching your ass the whole damn time, man. Some of y'all dumbasses get on the laptop, be masturbating in front of the damn camera. They catch you at your most intimate moment. Then they see that look on your face when you disgusted with yourself. You cut all that shit off, act like you ain't never even did nothing. They seen all of it. So for y'all people out there, man, in Memphis, y'all got to be careful, because the National Guard, it ain't like they gon' hit the ground and then figure the shit out. They already got it figured out before they hit the ground. So y'all, whatever y'all doing, stop it. It may be too late to stop it because they already know what y'all doing. Look at this.
Fire 1,000 rounds per minute.
So that is us spotting something and helping the officers in the field.
The Downtown Command Center opened in late April, offering new tools to fight crime in the downtown corridor. Top leaders touted the AI-powered cameras that offer clear pictures and real-time monitoring. Some of the cameras belonging to businesses that voluntarily integrated their systems.
What we do is we monitor the events of the day and monitoring from on high so that we can kind of provide protection in that way.
Basically, this state-of-the-art facility is a mini version of the real-time crime center. But since officers can focus on a confined area, they can cycle through the cameras more frequently. They've caught crimes like this one in the act.
And so it's a force multiplier because that camera can be there at all times, 24/7.
What have you been able to spot?
Oh, you name it. Whether it's an accident, whether it's a medical call, whether it's a shoplifter, whether it's reckless driving.
Lieutenant Waller says they've been able to assist with more than 120 calls within the first 4 months, resulting in more than 40 arrests, including 16 felonies. One of those arrests happened June 8th. A Jeep Wrangler seen on the cameras driving recklessly on Peabody. Another happened on August 23rd. A man spotted on a camera placing a black handgun with an extended magazine underneath a car. Patrol officers nabbed him and the Glock, which also had a switch, making it fully automatic.
MPD says the Downtown Command Center is a big reason why crime in downtown Memphis has decreased 31% as of this week compared to the same time last year.
City data shows car break-ins are the biggest problem in the downtown zip code, followed by stolen cars and aggravated assaults. But overall, their data states crime in the downtown zip is the lowest it's been in the past 5 years. The hope is those numbers, this center, and these cameras will help the public feel safer.
Perception-wise, what would you like them to know about this center?
I would like them to know that we're always watching, and it is safe to come down.
Investigating for News Leader, Jessica Gertler,
Man, see, now they about to have that all across the city. That's what they need to do, have it all across the city, not just downtown, not just where the big wigs like to hang out. They'll put all that technology in that area. They need to put it in the slums, but after they get done with the National Guard, it ain't gonna be no more slums. They about to come clean all that up. And I don't know, it's gonna be a good thing for some people out there, but it's gonna be a bad thing for a whole lot of people out there. And plus they about to roll in this AI. So my question is, how people gonna get paid? Everybody can't be a YouTuber. Everybody can't do the social media thing, you know. Thank God I've been doing this for over 10 years. Because there's people, shit, they trying to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? They want to drink yak and report on the news that's happening with the National Guard. Everybody ain't going to be able to do it, man. So this is a sad day for a lot of people out there. But like I always preach, if you know how to act, you're going to be all right. If you know how to present yourself and be presentable, if you a decent person, you're going to be able to weather the storm. But some people ain't got their act together, or whatever their act is not going to make it in the new America. You outdated. You're going to have to, cut that thug shit out, man. And I know a lot of brothers out there be like, I don't want to be no bitch ass nigga, but now's the time for you to consider being a bitch ass nigga, because that's the only way you're going to be able to survive in the new America, man. Face it, you ain't going to be able to make it as a real one unless you plan on going to jail. Baby mama drama, you get tangled up with these hood rats and all that, your life going to go to shit. And there's brothers out there that's okay with being a flat out bum because at least they ain't no bitch ass nigga. Well, guess what? When the National Guard get there, you better be a bitch ass nigga, or else you gonna have hell to pay, man. Them cameras they gonna see you a real one on camera, and that's when they gonna send the squad car to come pick your black ass up. So it is what it is. It's a few more things I want to share with y'all, and I need y'all to listen, because they coming to Memphis. And a lot of them people in Memphis don't know how to act. So it's a possibility it's going to be a bloodbath out there. And I'm praying that that's not the case. Y'all need to look at this. Oh, my Lord.
Tennessee Highway Patrol and Memphis Police. The governor says he plans to speak with President Trump Friday afternoon to discuss details, ongoing crime-fighting efforts from the FBI and State Highway Patrol. Now, we know the Commercial Appeal is kind of now reporting an article that says that maybe Governor Lee is now claiming he was blindsided, as Otis Sanford had mentioned in our earlier reporting. So I want to open it up now. Lots to unpack here. I always like to start off with Otis Sanford. So, Otis, your reaction to President Trump's announcement?
Well, it sounded like it was off the cuff. Because he didn't give any details. He just said, we're coming to Memphis and I'm going to be the first to announce it. And then he said everybody's happy about it. Well,
someone to count on in the world of changes. Oh, girl, don't look any further.
I don't think that Mayor Paul Young, I think he quashed that later on Friday by saying that was an overstatement. I think what we have here now is uncertainty. Mayor Young doesn't know what's going to happen here, the logistics of it all, actually when it's going to happen, where National Guard troops will be, what will they be doing. Will this be a joint declaration with the governor, which would allow them to make arrests and stops? We don't know any of that. And so it's going to, the devil's in the details always, and we'll see where it goes from here. But this is kind of a chaotic situation right now. And until we get some more answers, it's going to stay a chaotic situation.
Now, Scott McCormick, I used your whole government there. What do you just make of the way Mayor Paul Young carried himself in the press conference and more of this kind of even-keeled, level-headed response?
Well, I think he also said it several times, he doesn't have a choice, and I think he was very diplomatic. And I think in this situation, you have to be very diplomatic. There's no sense in alienating people who are trying to help you. And I know this is a very polarizing subject, but people I talk to, they're welcoming this. They think that this is going to be a positive thing, although...
Will the National Guard have the right to go up in people's houses? That's what I'm starting to be concerned about right now, man. Because if they got the right to go up in your shit, people known to defend their houses, just think about it, man. They knocking on your door. And you come to the door, can I step inside? No, you may not. Well, we have the right to come in and search the premises, XYZ. They could hit up every street, row by row. Start at the top of the street. They could corner the damn street. They at the top of the street and they at the end of the street on every block. And they can go up in your, look around. You know, they check for shit, you know, talk with the people. Hey, everything crime, who lives here? What's your name? Because, hold on, let me show y'all something, man. This some most creepy ass shit. Look. Turn that music on. Hold on. How y'all feel about this shit? When they come do the census, it always be some lady just like that. And she ain't got no good intent. And you be wondering why that lady keep coming back to the house, man. You come home, it be a note on the door. And she adamant about getting your information. She want to know if you black, white, Hispanic, African American, or other specific islander. They need to know. They come do that damn census, I'll be feeling like my rights been taken away. And they will not stop until you sign that damn paper, man. And it's like, is they redlining? Like, what's going on? Shit, they need to send her to do my census. What the hell? Shit, come on in. I ain't never had nothing like that. I still tell her ass no. Or be peeking out the window waiting for her to leave, man. What's the plan? Why they need to know where everybody at, your nationality, where you live at and all that. They want to make sure you an actual person or whatever. So it's a possibility that the National Guard can come over there. They want to go in the basement. They want to see what's going on in your attic. Y'all better clean y'all shit up. They come over there and you a hoarder. You got all that. They might arrest you for being nasty, man. It ain't sanitary. You a bad American. You got all them Amazon boxes. Been saying you was going to get rid of that stuff for years. The National Guard come up. Y'all got dead cats under the boxes and all that bullshit, man. You could lose your house. Y'all better clean up. Because it's a possibility that they going up in people's shit. And if you got somebody living there that ain't supposed to be there, you can get fined for that. You probably got a little stash. Oh my God, it's gonna be bad. And people hostile when people up in their house, them babies crying. You done burnt the food because the National Guard fooling around in the kitchen. Before you know it, your mama hollering. They get to putting them fingers on them triggers and stuff. Everything all right. They talking on the walkie-talkies and shit. Your baby daddy come out the back room. Like, oh my God, who's that? Who? Pop, 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 pop. This shit can go left. And I ain't trying to scare people or nothing like that, but man, we just don't know how far they about to go with this thing. Listen.
The devil is in the details of how the National Guard is going to interact with our government resources and our government agencies. But if they collaborate, I think a lot of good can come out of this.
Are you researching dental implants?
That'll talk about doing their teeth in the day.
And Reverend Whalum, do you think that the mayor's response was in favor of the people?
Oh, absolutely. And it was in favor of level-headed, reasonable people, I think. I was in a...
He talking like he wasn't a pimp back in the day. The nerve of this man. Talking about level-headed, reasonable people. So all of the hood rats and the thugs and stuff, they could come take them off the street. Man, they getting out of hand with this stuff, y'all.
I think a lot of good can come out of this.
And Reverend Whalum, do you think that the mayor's response was in favor of the people?
Oh, absolutely. And it was in favor of level-headed, reasonable people, I think. I was in a meeting with the mayor and other pastors earlier this week. And as you can imagine, there was a lot of angst about it. There were some who were very angry about it, saying we need to do something. They don't need to come here. And my position was, well, 5 months ago, 2 children were shot to death in front of Booker Washington High School by 2 other children. 4 children were shot inside their homes the other night, Sunday night. Well, I would think that the parents of those kids would welcome any kind of assistance, any kind of protection. It's going to be interesting. I think we're at a watershed moment, and I think a lot depends on how Memphians handle it.
So what is the best? Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, in watching these press conferences, and I know we're going to talk some about it later, but there were 2 distinct press conferences today. But I heard talk about tanks and automatic weapons, and I don't envision that we're going to have a police state come to Memphis. I don't think we're going to have tanks, and I don't think there's going to be armed soldiers walking up and down. I think that what we're going to have is a collaboration, just like we've been collaborating with the FBI and the TBI and the different and the Highway Patrol. We've getting 50 more. I think.
Man, he changed it to what is it? The Department of War. This ain't the Department of Participation. He changed that shit to let the people know we ain't coming to play games no more. Ugh. Look, they don't switch the logo, y'all. They don't switch it. Look. Department of War, United States of they ain't playing no games with Memphis or nowhere. Department of Defense. He said, fuck defense. This is war. And people just gonna have to deal with it. They put a Band-Aid on it. Look, Department of War. This is not a Hollywood movie, people. This is real life. The Office of the Secretary of War. Ain't no more Secretary of Defense. They ain't playing basketball, motherfucker. This is war. Y'all want to be shooting up, harming kids and doing all that shit. Trump ain't playing with these people no more. He all about getting stuff done. And his regime, they ready to roll. Pentagon officials fume over Trump's Department of War rebrand. So they mad about it. Damn, they still got them old school telephones. Shit, they waiting on them niggas from Mars to call. Is that the people? Are you from Mars? Are you guys okay? We're gonna send some craft to come get you. Is everything okay? They can't get rid of them old ass phones, y'all. Like, this is Data Beltify Beta. They're calling from Mars. We need assistance. There are aliens all over. We need assistance. Don't worry. We've been waiting for your calls. Our technology has moved on, but we understand that you have an inferior technology. Why the hell they got them old ass phone? Yo, them phones probably do some other shit. Look at that shit, man. Like, Siri, call my baby mama. Nigga call somebody that's deceased. Nigga on the phone with Elvis Presley all night. What the hell? They fuming over the fact that he changed the name to the Department of War. Pentagon officials grappled Friday with the Herculean task of fulfilling President Trump's executive order to remold the enormous global agency into the Department of War. Nigga think he Kratos or somebody like that. Hell. The Department of War. Many expressed frustration, anger, and downright confusion at the effort, which could cost billions of dollars for a cosmetic change that would do little to tackle the military's most pressing challenges, such as countering a more aggressive alliance with authoritarian nations. He don't give a fuck about them nations. They broke. Got flies all in their rice. He ain't worried about them people, man. The details of the order Trump signed Friday are still vague, but officials may need to change Defense Department seals on more than 700,000 facilities in the country. Put some duct tape on them bitches, man. It ain't the Department of Defense no more. Get some new logos. Oh, they got to change it in other countries too, in all 50 states. This includes everything from letterhead for 6 military branches and dozen more agencies down to embossing napkins in the chow halls. Man, fuck them napkins. Better wipe their ass with them napkins, man. Tell them it's a shortage on toilet paper. Y'all got to use these napkins until they all gone so we could put the war logo on there. Embroidered jacket. Now they got them old school Department of Defense punk ass jackets. Like, oh, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, war is so much more cooler. I got the old one. When are the new ones? They got pre-orders and shit. Because he changed the name. Like, I would sure like to have the one with war on the back. It's a lot more flashy than the defense. He come home with that leather Department of War jacket on. His wife gonna give him some ass after 30 years. Like, who? George? Like, I know, it's hot, right? It's hot. They mad because they gotta switch over the napkins in the chow halls. Them bougie bastards gonna be all right. The embroidered jackets for the Senate, confirmed officials, and the keychains and the chachekos in the Pentagon store. They gonna need to throw all that shit in the trash. This is purely for domestic political audiences, said the defense official. Not only will this cost millions of dollars, it will have absolutely zero impact on Chinese or Russian calculations. Worse, it will be used by our enemies to portray the United States as a warmongering and shit. That's how they feel anyway. That ain't what y'all thought. They thought y'all was some friendly, cuddly teddy bears. At least Trump keeping it real. The Asian people gonna bow to that. Like, oh, saki. Hey, keep it real, Trump, real nigga, yeah. He kill off for real. We know. Shit, keep it real, Trump. Keep that shit real. They might be fucking wearing the Department of War jackets over there in Nagasaki somewhere. At least he keeping it a buck. This article is based on interviews with more than half a dozen current and former defense officials, many of whom have insight into the broader sentiment in the department. The people were granted anonymity to discuss. Y'all voted for his ass. Shut up. All of them need to shut up, man. They the ones that got him in office. He a big boy that like to do big boy things, and they don't like it. Trump had money since money had money. He was born rich. They put Richie Rich in the White House and don't expect him to do some Richie Rich shit. They want him to act like he broke or act like they broke, like they ain't got the money to do all the shit that they've been doing. They trying to convince the public that they broke. Like they ain't got money. We know they got money, man. We the ones that ain't got no goddamn money. I keep it low. They want to keep everything low key. Keep it a secret. Everything hush hush. Trump letting it be known This ain't got nothing to do with no damn defense. This is war, goddammit. When the police tackle your ass and you trying to get away with that little cheese sandwich or whatever the case is, they hog tie your ass, that ain't got nothing to do with no defense. That's war. Memphis gonna find out, because Trump ain't playing. Look at this.
I think this is just another element to add to that that's going to make Memphis safer.
So that was actually kind of feeding into my next question. Best case scenario, worst case scenario. They come in, I mean, what does that look like? Do Memphians actually get a benefit from this in some way, or can it turn ugly very fast?
I think that's the problem we have right now. We don't know what it's going to look like. Mayor Young was at a loss to explain on Friday what it will look like, because there has been no definite discussion about what it would look like. Even though he has said, and even the governor has said, that they have been in talks for a while. But if you've been in talks for a while, why haven't you laid out this, if this is going to happen?
That's because they ain't coming, y'all. I hate to say it. They ain't going to no Chicago, and they ain't going to no damn Memphis. They figure they did DC, so just by saying that they coming to make people get their act together, have people scrambling to get their shit together. You don't want the National Guard to come. Y'all better make some changes. That's why they putting up all them surveillance cameras, the mayor on his job, because the National Guard can come and figure out that he ain't been doing what he's supposed to been doing. He ain't been A1. They want to figure out where that money going. So they got to bring the crime down. I think he just using this to put people on their job. Because best believe in Chicago, not only is the people out there spooked and they want to calm it down because they know they got a whole lot to lose. There's people out there making bank off of murder and mayhem in Chicago. And now they got to tell their little pups to calm that shit down, because if the National Guard come, everything we got going on going to be over. All them big time D-boys and stuff, they telling their niggas, man, put away them switches. And if you go out, if you do some dumb shit, you're going to have to deal with me, because y'all making the block so damn hot that the president about to bring in the National Guard, and that's going to fuck up my money. And I'm pretty sure all them vice lords and them bosses in Chicago at the mayor house right now trying to figure out how they going to calm this shit down so the National Guard don't come up in there. Ain't no telling how many OG meetings done took place in Chicago just to keep the National Guard from coming. So I guarantee you, just with the threat of the National Guard coming, they about to calm all that shit down. Because they ain't worried about the people at the bottom. It's the people at the bottom doing dumb shit that keep the people at the top rich. It always trickled down from the top. So if they destroy and take out the crime and all that stuff, they ain't gonna have nothing to feed off of. Same thing with Memphis. They ain't going to no damn Chicago, and they ain't going to no damn Memphis. That's how I feel about it. The warning is all they really needed to get the Negro leaders in line. The pastor sweating and shit, ain't even preaching. Got the mayor looking all crazy. They ain't going nowhere. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man. I got so much love for y'all. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all be good out there too, man. All my people in Memphis, I'm praying for y'all, man. Put them guns down. Pick up them ribs and put them guns down, man. I got so much love for my people in Memphis. Y'all gonna be all right. Pastor Old Dolph, he gonna get his shit together, because he ain't trying to see the National Guard. I'ma holler at y'all on the next video. Y'all be good out there, baby.